All right. Kadācit kālindī-tat a-vipina-san gītaka-ravo mudābhīrinārī vadana kamala swada madhupaha ramāshambu brahma marpati ganeshārchit pado Jagannath Swami Nayan Pathgami Bhavatu Me Jagannath Swami Nayan Pathgami Bhavatu Me Bhuje Savye Venum Shirashi Shiki Puchham Katitate Dukulam Netrante Sachar-katākṣam vidadate sada Śrīmad-Vrindavan-vasati-lila parichayo Jagannath Swami Nayan Pathgami Bhavatu Me Mahambodhe stire Kanakaruchire Nila Shikhare Vasan prasadanta sahaja balabhadrena balina subhadra madhyastha sakala sur seva vasarado Jagannath Swami Nayan Pathgami Bhavatu Me Kripa Paravara Sajala Jaladasheni Ruchiro Ramavani Rama Spurada Amala Pankeru Mukha Suraindrairadhya Shruti Ganashikha Gita Charito Jagannath Swami Nayan Pathgami Bhavatu Me Ratharūঢ়o gaccan patimilita bhūdeva patalai stuti pradurbhavam pratipadam upakarna sadaya daya sindur bandhu sakala jagatam sindhu sutaya Jagannath Swami Nayan Pathgami Bhavatu Me Parabrahma Pīda Kuvalaya Dalotpulla Nayano Nivasi Niladrau Nihita Charano Nanta Shirasi Rasanando Radha Sarasavapura Alingana Sukho Jagannath Swami Nayan Pathgami Bhavatu Me Navayyache Rajyam Nachakanakamānikya Vibhavam Nayacheham Ramyam Sakala Janakamyam Varavadhum Sada Kale Kale Pramatpatina Gita Charito Jagannath Swami Nayan Pathgami Bhavatu Me Haratvam Sansaram Vrutataram Asaram Surapate Haratvam Papanam Vitatim-aparam Yadavapate Aho Dine Nathe Nihita Charano Nischitam Nidam Jagannath Swami Nayan Pathgami Bhavatu Me Jagannath Swami Nayan Pathgami Bhavatu Me. Today we start we come to the last volume of Madhya-lila, volume 5. It has 21 to 25 chapters, and we are starting chapter 21. In volume 4, where we ended, Sanatan Prabhu has met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching him about all the opulences of Bhagwan Śrī Kṛṣṇa. So the same opulences, whatever we have learned, last time we did so many things. He has explained about how the creation comes into existence, what is the Mahatattva, then the different expansions of Bhagwan, his incarnations of Bhagwan, Vilasa incarnations, his Vilasas, then Vibhav and Prakash incarnations, then the Vaikuntha Lokas, what the process of the Vaikuntha Lokas, everything is explained. In the same topic, he is now going ahead and explaining the opulence on and sweetness of Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa. So still the conversation between Sanatana Goswami and Mahaprabhu is going on. Agati ekagatim natva hinarthadika sadhakam Sri Chaitanya likhamyasya madhuraishwarya sikaram. Offering my obeisances unto Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, let me describe a particle of his opulence and sweetness. He is most valuable for a fallen soul, bereft of spiritual knowledge, and he is the only shelter for those who do not know the real goal of life. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glories to Nityananda Prabhu, all glories to Advaita Acharya, and all glories to devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, Sarva Sarupe Dhama Paravyo Badhame Pritak Pritak Vaikunta Sabe Nahika Ganane. Mahaprabhu said, all the transcendental forms of lords, Bhagwan came in the form of Narasimha, Bhagwan came in the form of Vaman, Bhagwan came in the form of Matsya Avatar, like the fish incarnation, the tortoise incarnation. So many incarnations he has taken. Where does he go now after the Leela is done? He still remains in the same incarnation. He has expanded himself. And he is in different Vaikunthas. Why? So many Vaikunthas were created. Because all the devotees love him differently. Some people may just like him in his Narasimha avatar. They like his ferocious form. They may not get attracted towards Krishna's beautiful baby form or Krishna's beautiful form of a cowherd boy playing with the girls. No, some people don't like it. They only like the Narasimha form. So when they leave the body, they want to serve the Narasimha form. So Bhagwan creates a Vaikuntha Loka for this kind of devotees. Some may like only Ram. I just like Ram. He is Krishna like Tulsidas. He wants to see Krishna also as Ram. So when he leaves a body, he won't go to Goloka. He doesn't want to go to Goloka. He wants to see Ram. So Ram is in Saket Dham. Bhagwan has become Shiva himself. Some people just like Shiva. So Bhagwan is there in the Shiva Dham. Bhagwan's expansion is Maya, Yoga Maya. Some people like her as Durga, some people like her as Radha. Some people will like her as Lakshmi. So Lakshmi has her own Vaikuntha, Rama Vaikuntha. Radharani is in Goloka Vrindavan. So many devotees and so many forms. And Bhagwan wants to play this game of exchange of love. And what is there for Bhagwan? He can create millions of universes. So for him, creating millions of Vaikunthas is not a big thing. So there are millions of universes and there are millions of Vaikunthas. And in each Vaikuntha, there is Bhagwan's transcendental form so that he can relish that loving affair with his devotee. When we are on earth, we want to love him so much. But for whatever reason, we are stuck in this world. And for whatever reason, we cannot give 24 hours to Bhagwan. But in our hearts, we are only desiring, I wish I can just get all the time on earth only for Bhagwan. Bhagwan knows. Bhagwan knows our struggles. And every day we are only broadcasting the same message. Bhagwan, I just want to be with you all the time, all the time, all the time. I'm stuck in this work I cannot do. I'm stuck in this problem I'm not able to do. The nature of this world is to keep you in problem all the time. Still Bhagwan, I only love you. I only love you. I want to be with you. When a devotee is so sincerely praying every day and he leaves his body thinking like this, Bhagwan will then call him, come to my place. 24 hours. All the time you will be with me. Salokya. Samipya. In my planet you will be. With me you will be with my nearness. So this is what is being described here. There are many Vaikunthas, and the breadth of each Vaikuntha is described as 8 miles multiplied by 100, by 1000, by 10,000, by 100,000, and by 10 million. In other words, the Vaikuntha planets are expanded beyond our capability to even measure. Each of them is very large, and all of them have opulences, like the Lord himself, Sarshti Mukti. Since all the Vaikuntha planets are located in a certain corner of the spiritual sky, so we have material sky, there is spiritual sky. Who can measure the spiritual sky? We can't even measure our own earthly sky. The shape of the spiritual sky is compared to that of a lotus flower. The topmost region of that flower is called a whorl, and within the whorl is Krishna's abode. The petals of the spiritual lotus flower contains many Vaikuntha planets. Each planet is filled with bliss and complete opulence and space, and is inhabited by the incarnations. If Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva cannot estimate the length and breadth of the spiritual planet, how can we, who are but marginal entities of Bhagwan? The spiritual qualities of Krishna are also unlimited. Great persons like Brahma, Shiva, Lord Kumara, Lord Shiva and the 4 Kumaras cannot estimate the spiritual qualities of the Lord. Coincidentally, we were doing Brahma Stuti in today's Hindi Srimad Bhagavatam class, just before this class. And Bramha Ji has so nicely spoken about the opulence of Bhagwan Shri Krishna. Brahma stole the cows and the cowherd boys. Brahma's Krishna wanted to play with Brahma also. So Brahma has seen Bhagwan Krishna as when Bhagwan Krishna incarnated as baby in the jail. Brahma has come there and Brahma is praised in Brahma Stuti. So Brahma knew that Bhagwan has come down as the cowherd boy Krishna. Yet at that moment, Krishna is sitting with his friends and eating yogurt rice and playing with his friends. And before that, he had killed one demon called Aghasur. And Brahma saw from the top. He's like, this little young kid, how can he kill Aghasur? Maybe he's like God. Maybe he's God incarnation. Now he's God. Brahma, who knows, is God illusion now. Maybe he's God incarnation. Maybe he's a supreme person. But if he's a supreme person, why is he sitting with his young kids of young cowherd boys and eating yogurt rice? And this Bhagwan, I have seen him in Vaikuntha being served with so many people. We're all there to serve him. And he's not even wearing a slipper. No footwear. Rolling and playing in this dust of Vrindavan. Is he really Bhagwan? But right now he killed Aghasur, but now he's behaving like an ordinary kid. Let me test. And Brahma stole all the cows and all the cowherd boys. They had just sat down to eat food. And suddenly the cowherd boys thought, oh, where are our cows? I hope they're all safe. And Krishna said, you guys sit, I'll go and see and come. And in the meantime, Brahma had stolen all of them. Krishna knew. Krishna is playing the game anyways. Krishna expanded himself into similar looking, okay? He is resembling all the gopas and he expanded himself into the cows. Brahma has stolen them and kept it in his place. But now Krishna has multiplied himself and gone to each and every cowherd's home. All the cowherd boys, the gopas are going in their families. The cows are going in their places. The calves are going in their places. The calves are drinking milk, but these calves are not Or not that calf, this is a Krishna himself who has become calf. And they're drinking the milk from the cows. And every gopa is Krishna himself, who is eating from a different mother's hand in different houses. And the mothers are not realizing that this is Krishna. They are thinking, this is my child who had gone in the morning, now he has come back. For 1 year, this entire pastime happened. And Bramha Ji then came. What just happened? Everything seems just normal. I had stolen all of these cowherd boys and the calves. But here in Vrindavan, everything's just the same. He comes to Krishna and he says, I know who you are. Krishna is like, who am I? I'm just eating let me just enjoy my food. Don't even disturb me. You are something great. He says, no, I know who you are. And then he said his stuti. And those stuti prayers are taken in today's chapter in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So I'm glad both are the same thing coincidentally. Brahma Ji says, Gunatmanaste api gunan vimatum hitavatarinasya ka ishiresya kalena yedva vimitah sukalpair bhupam savakhe mihika dubhasaha. In time, he says, great scientists may be able to count all the atoms of the universe. Maybe they can count the stars. Maybe they can count the planets in the sky. Maybe they can even count the particles of the snow. But who among them can count the unlimited transcendental qualities of Bhagwan? He descends on the globe for the benefit of all living entities. Mahaprabhu quoted this, and it is from the same chapter that we did today in Bhagavatam 10.14.7. To say nothing of Lord Brahma, even Ananta, who has thousands of heads, cannot reach the end of Lord's transcendental qualities, even though he is continuously chanting their praises. Narad Muni says to Lord Brahma, if you, Lord Brahma, your elder brothers, Sanat Kumaras, the great saints and the sages, cannot understand the limit of Bhagwan, who has so many energies, who else can understand them? Although constantly chanting about his transcendental qualities, even Sheshnag cannot speak about it. To say nothing of Anantadev, even Lord Krishna himself cannot find an own way of his transcendental qualities. He himself is always eager to know it. Apart from all argument, logic, and negative or positive processes, when Lord Krishna was present as Bhagwan at Vrindavan, no one could find a limit to his potencies by studying his characteristics and activities. At Vrindavan, the Lord immediately created all material and spiritual planets all in one moment. And they were created with their predominating deities. We do not hear of such wonderful things anywhere else. Simply by one's hearing of those incidents, one's consciousness is agitated and cleaned. According to Sukadeva Goswami, Krishna had unlimited calves and cowherd boys with him. No one could actually count his number. Each of the cowherd boys was tending calves to the extent of Koti, Arbud, Shankha, and Padma. That is the way of counting. Koti means Dasha is 10, Shata means 100, and Koti means 10 times. 10,000 is Ayut and 100,000 is Lakshya. 10 times Lakshya is Niyuta. This is the counting system given. So, like millions and billions. All the cowherd boys had unlimited calves. Similarly, their canes, flutes, lotus flowers, horns, garments, and ornaments were all unlimited when Krishna was there. When Brahma stole the cows and the calves, and Brahma came to see, he saw them again, unlimited. And in each and every cow and cowherd boy and the cow, he's seeing the 400 forms of Vishnu. So the cowherd here is saying, Sabyaila Chaturbhuja Vaikantera Pati Pritak Pritak Brahmandera Brahma Kare Stuti. Brahma went on offering prayer. All these transcendental bodies emanated from the body of Krishna, and within a second, they all entered into his body. When the Lord Brahma from this universe saw this pastime, he was astonished and struck with wonder, and offering his prayers, he gave the following conclusion. Ye kahe Krishnera vaibhav muni sabhajana jise janu ka kaya mane muni ei mano. Lord Brahma said, if someone knows that he knows everything about Krishna or Krishna's opulence, let him think that way. But as far as I am concerned, I cannot speak about his opulence. When Ananta cannot speak, who am I? My Lord, your opulence is like an unlimited ocean of nectar, and it is verbally and mentally impossible for me to realize even a drop of that ocean. Brahmaji's prayer, Brahmastuti, which we did today, from the same chapter, there is one more quote. Janante eva janantu kim bahuktya name prabho manaso vapusho vacho vaibhavam tava gocharaha. There are people who say, I know everything about Krishna. Let them think that way. Let me say, as far as your opulences are concerned, they are beyond mind, body, and words. Let the glories of Lord Krishna be. Who could be aware of all of them? His abode over Vrindavan has many wonderful opulences. Just see them all. According to the revelations of revealed scriptures, Vrindavan extends only 16 kroshas or 32 miles. Nonetheless, all the Vaikuntha planets and innumerable universes are located in one corner of this tract. No one can estimate the opulence of Krishna. That is unlimited. However, just as one sees the moon through the branches of a tree, I wish to give a little indication. Aishwara kahite spurila, Aishwara sagara, manendriya dubila, Prabhu haila panapara. When describing the transcendental opulences of Krishna, the ocean of opulence manifested in the mind of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and his mind was immersed in that ocean, and he was perplexed. Mahaprabhu then started reciting the following verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, and to relish the meaning of it, he himself is talking the mantra, and Mahaprabhu is speaking it again and again. And he said, this is taken from the 3rd canto. He says, Parameshwara Krishna Swayam Bhagavana Tate Bada Tantra Sama Kehi Nahi Ana. Oh, there is nobody greater than Krishna. He is Bhagavan himself. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Krishna, who is known as Govinda, is the supreme controller. He is eternal blissful. And eternally spiritual. He is the origin of all. He has no other origin. The primary predominating deities of this material creation are Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and Lord Vishnu. Nonetheless, they are just carrying out his orders. Brahma Ji said the same thing. As you order me, I will create. This is only the general description. Please try to understand another meaning. There are many different Purusha incarnations who are responsible for the creation of this world. And then Mahaprabhu again explained Mahavishnu's, the 3 Purusha incarnations, and explained about them. And then he said, they also have their own planets. But after the end of the creation, these incarnations also, they get inside Bhagwan. They live. The Brahmas and other lords of the mundane worlds appear from the pores of Mahavishnu and remain alive for the duration of one exhalation. And after that, they go back into him. Now, now where does Krishna live? He says the eternal abode is called Goloka Vrindavan. It is there that Lord Krishna is living with his personal friends, his associates, father and mother. Madhureshwarya Madhurya Kripadi Bhandara Yoga Maya Dasi Yaha Rasadi Lila Sara. Vrindavan is the storehouse of Krishna's mercy and sweet opulences of conjugal love. Madhurya Ras. That is where the spiritual energy working as a maid servant exhibits the rasa dance and the quintessence of all pastimes. Vrindavan Dham is very soft due to the mercy of Bhagwan. And it is especially soft due to this conjugal love or Madhurya Ras. The transcendental glories of Nanda Maharaj are exhibited here. Under the circumstances, not the least anxiety is awakened within us. Taratale para vyoma Vishnu loka nama Narayan Adi-nanta swarupe radhama. So Goloka Vrindavan is there. And in Goloka Vrindavan, all these devotees live with him. That is his personal abode. And then he has expansions of Vishnu Loka. To understand the structure. So Krishna Loka, where he wants to live with all his devotees. Radharani is there, Krishna is there. All those devotees who loved him in Madhurya Bhav, they're also there. Who loved him as parents, they are also there. Who loved him as friend, they are also there in Krishna Loka. Then there are Vishnu Dham. Who lives in Vishnu Dham? I explained in the beginning itself. Like in this world, some people are only doing the Vishnu Sahasranam. They are not attracted towards Krishna's form. They'll do the namaskar, but they're not in love. Because Krishna's form, you have to fall in love. So those who are loving Vishnu, they are doing bhakti. They also love, but they like Bhagwan as their 400 form. If you talk to them that Krishna is prancing around the trees, with this cowherd ladies, they're like, what is this? He's Bhagwan. He needs to be like Bhagwan. Don't bring him to the human level. Many times when we talk about this Sakha Sakhi Bhav, it appears, oh, this looks like the dealing between an ordinary girl and a boy. For those people who have not tasted that nectar, they feel like this is just dealing like ordinary girl and a boy. Krishna wants to go and see this Radharani, and the Sakhis are helping him. Then Krishna is falling down, please show me Radharani's feet. Some people don't like this. They're like, what? No. He's Bhagwan. And Bhagwan has to be treated like Bhagwan. Don't bring him down to this level. So they want, he is Vishnu. He is so powerful. Why is he powerful? Because he's lying down on the bed of serpents, and not one serpent or two serpents. Serpent which has 1,000 hoods. So a person who's that powerful, he is Bhagwan. Good for you. How can Bhagwan be like this? Eating food with cowherd boys, just like a small villager. Bhagwan has to be like that, who sleeps on the bed of serpents. And not only that, Bhagwan is that powerful. Everybody is looking for Lakshmi, and Lakshmi does not stand. Lakshmi means wealth and prosperity. That goddess of wealth and prosperity is always massaging Vishnu's feet. Just imagine how powerful that man will be when goddess Lakshmi himself is become like a servant and massaging his feet. She says, no other servants, I will serve Vishnu. That person is a powerful person whom goddess Lakshmi is ready to serve. So God has to be powerful. Good for you. For them, so when they are worshipping Vishnu like this, they cannot hear when we say, oh, Krishna goes to the gopis and says, please, I'm falling at your feet. I'll do anything for you. Just show me Radharani's face. They cannot see like that. And then when he goes at Radharani's place, he falls at Radharani's place. He can't hold his composure. The mukut, the crown falls down. His pitambari falls down. His flute is falling down. He's totally out of control. And many times he's so stunned looking at Radharani. He forgets to speak. Sometimes he's so overwhelmed by her. He faints. So people who have seen Vishnu, where he is sitting and Lakshmi is serving, they can't hear stories like Radha. That same Vishnu who has become Krishna is fainting. And Bhagwan has made all these different type of devotees because he wants to enjoy different type of rasas. So Bhagwan says, okay, my dear Vishnu, those who like by this form, I'll see you in other lokas. But this form is a different loka altogether. And I like and all those devotees who love me like this, I want to spend my time with them like this only. Mother Yashoda can beat me up. She has the right to beat me up. You guys can do yagyas and pujas, no problem. I will be there. But I like beating up. I like being tied by Mother Yashoda's rope. I'll do all these leelas in Goloka Vrindavan. So Goloka Vrindavan is that his personal place, its personal home, where the devotees can love him the way they want to love him. And he multiplies himself like that. So Vrindavan is the storehouse of Krishna's mercy and sweet opulences of conjugal love. That is where the spiritual energy, working as maidservant, exhibits the rasa dance. And around this Goloka Vrindavan are the other Vishnu lokas, and which are controlled by Narayana and innumerable other expansions of Krishna. These Vaikuntha lokas are filled with a lot of opulences, and because all Lakshmis are there. And around that same planet, Goloka Vrindavan, are Devi's dham. Those who love Devi go to Devi dham, Manidvip. And within the Devi dham is also Shiva dham. Then Shiva has another dhams also, because Shiva also took so many incarnations. So Shiva's devotees, they love him in all those incarnations. So many planets are created for him. And Devi's dhams are also so many dhams. So all these dham, all these abodes are in the spiritual sky. Krishna's Goloka Vrindavan is where everybody, who love him, the way residents of Vraja did, they are in Goloka Vrindavan. Everywhere else is different leelas and different rasas. Between the spiritual and the material sky, there is a river called Virja. Virja. So this river, it says, this water is generated from the bodily perspiration of Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is known as Vedanga. That is how the river flows here. Beyond the river, Virja is the spiritual nature, which is indestructible, eternal, inexhaustible, and unlimited. And it is the supreme abode consisting of 3/4 of the Lord's opulences. It is known as Paravyoma, the spiritual sky. On the other side of the river Virja is the external abode, which is of unlimited universe, each containing unlimited atmospheres. Devi dham nama tara jiva yara vasi jagal Lakshmi rakhi yaha rahe yaha maya dasi. So Rama Vaikuntha, Lakshmi Ji one time went to, when Lakshmi Ji and Vishnu were marrying, after the marriage, he's taking Lakshmi Ji to his Paravyam, the highest abode. She said, why so high? He's like, yeah, that's my abode. He's like, but if the devotees want to come to you, then okay, what do you want me to do? Create one abode very near to Virja. And we also want to play all those things. I said, okay. So then Rama Vaikuntha. So every Narayan has so many Rama Vaikuntha. So Rama Vaikuntha, the whole area was created, which is Rama Vaikuntha, where Lakshmi is abodes. There also Maya is there. So there are two Mayas. One is Vaishnavi Maya and one is the material Maya, which we have. So us living beings, we are also in an illusory Maya. But in this Rama Vaikuntha and all, there is Vaishnavi Maya. Here he says, Jaha Maya Dasi, there is Vaishnavi Maya, which creates all these things, and between them itself. Okay, between the Devatas and the Devis, so that they can also relish this taste. So all those people are covered by the Vaishnavi Maya up there. Krishna is the supreme proprietor of all the dhamas, including Goloka Vrindavan, Vaikuntha Dhama, and the Devi Dhama. The Paravyom and Golok Dhama are beyond the Devi Dhama and the material world. The spiritual world is considered to be 3/4 of the energy and opulence of Bhagwan, whereas the material world is only 1/4 of that energy. That is our understanding. Actually, it is very difficult to ascertain the number of universes. Each universe has its own Brahma, its own Lord Shiva, and its own Narayana. And so there is no counting of them. Once Krishna was ruling Dwarka, Lord Brahma came to him to see him. So the security guard went inside. No, the doorman immediately informed Lord Krishna that some person called Brahma has come. Krishna gayan kaun Brahma? Ki naam tahara? Dwara asi Brahma re puchara bara. Krishna said, some Brahma has come. Who asked him, which Brahma? From where have you come? So the security guy came. He's like, who are you? Vismitahaya Brahma Dwarike Kahila. Kaha gaya Sonaka Pita Chaturmukha Aila. He said, who am I? Brahma Ji said, go tell Bhagwan that I am the four-headed Brahma, who is the father of the four Kumaras. Krishna Janaya Dware, Brahma re Laya Gaila, Krishna re Charane Brahma Dandavat Kaila. The doorman then came and then informed Lord Krishna, okay, this Brahma is having four heads. Krishna said, okay, get him inside. So it is happening in Dwarka. Brahma went there, worshipped Lord Krishna, did his stuti. And then Krishna said, what happened, Brahma Ji? Why have you come? He said, I'll tell you that later. But Brahma kahe taha pache kariba nivedana eka samasya mane haya karaha chedana. Please remove one doubt from my mind. Krishna said, what doubt? Kaun Brahma? Puchile tumhe kaun abhipraye? Amabai jagatara kaun Brahma hai? He said, you asked who Brahma? And what is the purpose? So, is there any other Brahma besides me within this universe? Suni hasi Krishna tave karilena dhyana asankhya Brahma ragana aila tatakshana. Sri Krishna smiled and then immediately meditated. Unlimited Brahmas arrived instantly over that place in Dwarka. These Brahmas have different number of heads. He only had 4. Here there were Brahmas with 8 heads, 10 heads, 20 heads. Some Brahmas had 100 heads, and some Brahma 1,000, and some 10,000, and some 100,000, some 10 million heads. So this 4-headed Brahma was like, so many Brahmas, so many universes. Sri Krishna is just sitting there in Dwarka and smiling. And then there are, at the same time, many Lord Shivas arrived. They also came with many heads. We know about Shiva having 5 heads, but no. Rudragana Aila Laksha Koti Vadana with millions of heads. Indragana Aila Laksha Koti Nayana, so many Indras with millions of eyes. Oh, when this 4-headed Brahma saw all these universes, he became bewildered, and then he came to know, I'm just a rabbit among all the elephants. All the Brahmas came to see Krishna, offer their stutis. No one can estimate the inconceivable potency of Krishna. All the Brahmas who were there were resting in one body of Krishna. When all of them came, their helmets were striking each other. And when all of them putting their head, their crowns were striking each other. And there was tumultuous sound. It appeared that the helmets themselves were offering prayers to Krishna's lotus feet. With folded hands, Brahmas and Shivas, they started saying the stuti. Bhagya mora bolaila dasa angikari kona agyahaya taha kare shiradhari. All these Brahmas and Shivas started saying, please tell us, you called us here? Anything that we have to do? Lord Krishna said, no. I just wanted to see you all together. That's why I called you all here. All of you should be happy. I hope there is no fear from demons. They said, sir, by your mercy, everything is all good everywhere. Everybody is victorious. Whatever burden was upon the earth, oh Lord Krishna, you have already taken it away. So this is the proof of Dwarka's opulence. All the Brahmas thought, Krishna is now staying in my jurisdiction. Thus, the opulence of Dwarka was perceived by each and every one of them. Although they were assembled together, no one could see anyone but himself. Lord Krishna then bade farewell to all the Brahmas there, and after offering their obeisances, they returned to their homes. Brahma said, whatever I formally decided about my knowledge, I have just now personally verified. There are people who say they know you, but I myself don't know you. कृष्ण कहे यही ब्रह्मांड 50 कोटि योजन अति क्षुद्रता ते तुम्हार चारी वदन. Krishna said, Brahma Ji, your particular universe is a diameter of 4 billion miles. Therefore, it is the smallest of all the universe, the material universe that you have created. There are trillions of universes, and their diameters also exceed like that. No one can measure them all. Beyond the Virja river is the spiritual nature, which is inexhaustible. And that forms the 3/4 of Lord's opulence. In this way, Lord Krishna bade farewell to the 400 Brahma, and we may thus understand that no one can calculate Krishna's energy. He says, Mahaprabhu said then, Traidhishwara Shabdera Artha Guda Arahaya Trishabde Krishnera Tina Loka Kaya. There is a very deep meaning to the word Traidhishwar. Bhagwan Shri Krishna is called Traidhishwar. Traidhishwar means he possesses 3 different lokas or 3 natures. And these 3 different lokas are Goloka, Mathura and Dwarka. So there is one which is on earth, which is called Gokul, Mathura and Dwarka. And even in the Paramyomni, there is Gokul, Mathura and Dwarka. So that is called Goloka, Mathura and Dwarka. These 3 places are full of eternal potencies, and Krishna is their sole proprietor. Krishna is situated eternally in his spiritual potency, and the opulence of the spiritual potency is called as Shadaishwarya. So his 3 Adishwara means he is the proprietor of these 3 lokas, and these opulences inside all these 3 lokas are his Shadaishwarya, means 6 kind of opulences. And because he possesses the spiritual opulences, which fulfills all his desires, Krishna is accepted as Bhagwan Swayam. He himself is God. Krishnera Aishwarya Apara Amritera Sindur Avagati Nari Tara Chila Eka Bindu. The unlimited potencies of Krishna are just like an ocean of nectar. Since one cannot bathe in that ocean, I have only touched a drop of it. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was thus describing the opulence and spiritual potencies of Krishna, there was an awakening of love of Krishna within him. And then his mind got immersed in that love, and he quoted the following verse from Srimad Bhagavata. He says, to exhibit the strength of his own spiritual potency, Lord Krishna manifested a form just suitable for his pastimes in the material world. And this form was wonderful even for him, and was the supreme abode of wealth, of God fortune. Its limbs were so beautiful that they increased the beauty of the ornaments worn on different parts of his body. Krishnera yateka khela swarottam Nara-lila sunarava putahara swarupa. He says, Krishna has many pastimes. Gopavesha Venu Kara Navakishora Natavara Nara Lila Rahaya Anurupa. Now this chapter is actually a mix of what we are doing in Srimad Bhagavatam in Hindi class. The Brahma Stuti we did today, those who are attending the Hindi class, and tomorrow is going to come the Venu Geet. So this chapter is a mix of both. So here he says, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, Lord Krishna has many pastimes, out of which his pastimes as a human being are the best. He comes as a human being in a transcendental form. He is a cowherd boy. He carries a flute in his hand, and his youth is anew. He is also an expert dancer. All this is suitable for his pastimes as a human being. He has to enjoy this. Krishnera madhura rupa suna sanatana. Krishnera madhura rupa suna sanatana. Yei rupera ekakana dubaya sabatri bhuvana. Sarva prani kare akarshana. Oh Sanatan, listen to me. Krishna's beautiful form. He says, it attracts everybody. Everybody. Even a small thing about Krishna, whatever you see, you look at his form, look at his eyes, look at his smile, look at his hands, look at the way he stands, his curve in three positions, his hair, his eyebrows, his talking, his walking, his speaking, his knowledge. Anything and everything about Krishna is attractive. Yoga Maya Chicha Shakti Vishuddha Sattva Parinati Tara Shakti Loka Dikhaye Te Eiruparatana Bhakti Ganera Gudadhana Prakata Kaila Nitya Leela Haite. The transcendental form of Krishna is shown to the world by Lord Krishna's Yoga Maya. Bhagwan Krishna cannot do any of his leelas without the help of his sister, who is Yogamaya. So Yogamaya has to be there. She is the one who casts all this illusion. And then Krishna can perform his pastimes. He can become a baby. He can do this conjugal loving affairs. Everything he can do because of the presence of Yogamaya. This jewel-like form is the most confidential treasure of the devotees. And this form is manifested in Krishna's eternal pastimes. And these are so beautiful, he says, Rupa dekhiya panara, Krishnera haila chamatkara, asvadita mane uthe kama. His Rupa, his form is so beautiful. Krishna, when he was a baby, he's eating butter. And there was a mirror where he was eating butter. So he gets so attracted to its own form. He takes a butter and is looking at that baby in the mirror. It's his own form. And then he goes and takes the butter and gives to the baby. You eat butter. And of course, it's a mirror. The mirror will not eat. He's like, why are you not eating? It's nice, eat. Mama gave me. You can eat, we can share. Don't tell to Mama. And then he has stolen the butter. So sometimes he'll say, don't tell Mama I'm eating. You keep quiet. You can take some. Don't tell Mama. And when Mama comes in, Mama means Yashoda Mama. When Yashoda Mama gets inside, this small baby Krishna is like scared, frightened. He's like, Mama, I did not steal any butter. This was stolen by the one. You see that kid there? That kid stole the butter. That is his butter. He gave it to me to eat. Now he's telling me you eat. So I'm eating from that kid in the mirror. That is all this he is doing. He likes himself so much. So this is one of the leelas in his kid. He possesses all the beauty, knowledge, wealth, fame, and renunciation, and is eternally situated in this opulences. He is so beautiful, that we cannot behold his beauty from our naked eyes. So, to cover up his beauty so that we can see him, we have to put him ornaments and put him all these garments. The garments and the ornaments become happy. Oh, today I'm on Krishna. Because he's that beautiful. Ornaments caress that body, but transcendental body of Krishna is so beautiful. It beautifies the ornaments he wears. Therefore, Krishna's body is said to be the ornament of ornaments, enhancing the wonderful beauty of Krishna. His three-curved style of standing above all these beautiful features, Krishna's eyes dance and obliquely acting like arrows, pierce the minds of Srimati Radharani and the gopis. When the arrow succeeds in hitting its target, the minds become agitated. The beauty of Krishna's body is so attractive that it attracts not only the other gods and other living entities within this material world, but all the personalities in the spiritual sky, including the Narayanas, they also come here to see Krishna. Favoring the gopis, Chadi gopi mane rathe, manmathe ramana mathe, namadhare madan mohana, jini panchasara darpa, swayam nava kandarpa, rasa kare laya gopi gana. He knows all the gopis love him. And that's why he plays Cupid and starts playing with them. And that's why he's called as Madan Mohan. The one, Madan means Cupid and Mohan means enchanting. The most enchanting Cupid of Vrindavan, who is fulfilling the desires of the gopi, he is called Madan Mohan. And when he's fulfilling the desires of the gopis feel very happy, and they are like, okay, we are the most beautiful woman on earth, because Krishna, who enchants everybody, is attracted towards us. Oh. निज समसा खा संगे गोगन चारण रंगे वृंदावने स्वच्छंद विहार यान वेणु ध्वनि सुनी स्थावर जंगम प्राणी पुलक कंप अश्रु वहे धार. He says, when Krishna wanders in the forest of Vrindavan with his friends, there are innumerable cows grazing, and this is another of Lord's blissful enjoyments. And when he plays the flutes, oh, everything is enchanted. The trees, the plants, the animals, the human beings, they tremble and they're saturated with jubilation. Tears flow constantly from their eyes. You look at the plants and tears will be flowing. Look at the eyes of the deer, the tears are flowing because Krishna is playing the flute. Everybody nature just stops. Krishna wears a pearl necklace that appears like a chain of white ducks around his neck. The peacock feather in his hair appears like a rainbow. His yellow garments appear like lightning in that cloud. Krishna appears like a newly risen cloud. This is exactly Venugit. Tomorrow we are going to read Venugit. And the gopis appear like newly grown grains in the field. Constant rains of nectar and pastimes fall upon these newly grown grains, and it seems that the gopis are receiving beams of life from Krishna exactly as grains receive life from the rains. Ah. This Bhagwan Krishna is full in all six opulences, including his attractive beauty, which engages him in conjugal love with the gopis. Such sweetness is the quintessence of his qualities. Śrī Goswami has described these pastimes of Krishna throughout Srimad Bhagavatam. Hearing the descriptions, the devotees become mad with the love of God. कहितेर कृष्ण रसे श्लोक पढ़े प्रेमावेशे प्रेमे सनातन हतधारी गोपी भाग्य कृष्ण गुणा ये करिल वर्णन गोपी भाग्य कृष्ण गुणा ये करिल वर्णन भावावेशे मथुरा नगरी. Just as the women of Mathura ecstatically described the fortune of the gopis of Vrindavan and the transcendental qualities of Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also got into the mood and started describing these beautiful qualities. When austere, then he quoted a shlok from Bhagavatam, where the ladies of Mathura are saying, what austerities must the gopis have performed? We are seeing him for the first time, and the gopis of Vrindavan were seeing him from as a baby. We missed that. The gopis of Vrindavan saw him in the swing. Oh my God, we missed all that beauty of Krishna. He has come now to kill Kansa, but look at him. He's so cute. He's so sweet. What fortune these gopis had. They were drinking the nectar of Krishna's lotus face from their eyes. Oh, he is the abode of beauty, fame, and opulence. He's self-perfect, ever fresh and unique. His bodily beauty is like wave in the ocean of eternal youth. And in that ocean of whirlpool, in that great ocean is the whirlpool of awakening of ecstatic love. The vibrations of Krishna's flute is like the whirlwind, and the flickering mind of the gopis are like straws and dry leaves. After they fall down in that whirlwind, they never rise again, but remain eternally at the lotus feet of Krishna. Oh, my dear. So the ladies of Mathura are talking. So Vrindavan is gopis and Mathura is where Krishna, other ladies are there. Oh, my dear. Sakhiye, kona tapa kaila gopi gana. What a severe austerities must have these gopis performed. Krishna Rupa Sumadhuri, Pibi, Netra Bhari. They were drinking this transcendental beauty and sweetness to their eyes in complete fulfillment. Oh, these gopis have glorified their births. Slagya kare janma tanu mana. These gopis have glorified their births, bodies, and minds. The sweetness of Krishna's beauty enjoyed by the gopis is unparalleled. Nothing is equal to or greater than such ecstatic sweetness. Even the deities of Vaikuntha planets, Narayanas, do not possess such sweetness. Indeed, none of the incarnation of Krishna up to Narayana has such transcendental beauty as Krishna. The vivid evidence in this regard is that of the dearest consort of Narayana, the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi. She gave up everything and came here, and she's meditating to keep looking at Krishna's beautiful form in Vrindavan. Both the gopis and Krishna are complete. The gopis' ecstatic love is like a mirror that becomes newer and newer at every moment and reflects Krishna's bodily luster and sweetness. Thus, competition between them increases. And since neither give up, their pastimes become newer and newer, and both sides, it goes on increasing. The transcendental mellows generated from the dealings between the gopis and Krishna cannot be tasted by fruitive activities or yoga or speculative knowledge or regulative devotional service, mantra yoga or meditation. Then how can you taste this sweetness? He says, Kevala ye raga marge bhaje Krishna anurage, the one who has spontaneous love for Krishna and singing his glories all the time in love, Are Krishna Madhurya Sulabh. Only that person will be able to experience this love, the great ecstatic love of the gopis. Such ecstatic transactions between Krishna and the gopis are possible only in Vrindavan. The form of Krishna in Vrindavan is the original form. It is like the mine of gems. Krishna is everything and everything is in him. He says, beauty, humility, mercy, merit, patience, and expert intelligence are all manifested in Krishna. But besides this, Krishna has other qualities like good behavior, mindless, and magnanimity. He also performs welfare activities for the whole world. After seeing Krishna, various people criticize the blinking of their eyes in Vrindavan. The gopi says, why? Brahma is mad. Why? First of all, he gives us birth in Vrindavan. And then this beautiful Krishna comes in between us. And then this stupid Brahma makes this eyelids. And then not only eyelids, he has made this process of blinking. Why are we blinking? They curse Brahma. That is the beauty of Krishna. Oh Krishna. And then they say to Krishna, oh Krishna, when you go to the forest during the day, Atatiyad bhavan ahanikananam trutiryugayate tvamapashyatam kutila kuntalam shrimukham chate jada udikshatam pakshakridrisham. Now in this chapter he has gone all the way till Gopi Gita of Bhagavatam, which is 33rd chapter. So he has come here. All this Brahma, Venu Geet, and Gopi Geet, which we are going to read in Bhagavatam this week, everything has come in this one chapter. Oh Krishna, when you go to the forest during the day and we do not see your sweet face, which is surrounded by the beautiful curly hair, half of a second becomes as long as entire age for us. And we cannot consider the Creator who has put eyelids on the eyes we use for seeing you to be simply fool. After we wait for the whole day, which seems like ages, and then you come in front of us, we just want to keep looking at you. But look at Brahma, he created this stupid eyelids, and we have to close our eyes. And then Bhagwan says, Krishna Gayatri Mantra Rupa Hare Krishna Rasa Rupa, those who are chanting the Krishna Gayatri Mantra, which is called Gopala Mantra. The Gopal Mantra is given in Gopala-tapani Upanishad. All of you, if you are interested, Gopala-tapani Upanishad has already been spoken. I have spoken it to my other students who got the initiation in this mantra. But those lectures, the mantra is not given, but the lectures are there on the channel. If you want Gopala-tapani Upanishad, you can go and hear. So Krishna is identical with this Kama Gayatri Mantra, which is composed of 24.5 syllables. And these syllables are compared to the moons and that arise in Krishna. And thus all the three worlds are filled with desire. The face of Krishna is the king of all moons, and the body of Krishna is the throne. Thus the king governs the society of the moons. Krishna has two cheeks that shine like glowing gems. Both are considered like full moons. And his forehead is considered a half moon. And the spot of sandalwood there is considered as a full moon. Now he's explaining the meaning of that mantra and the form of the mantra, which is Krishna himself. His fingernails are full moons, and they dance on the flute of his hands. Their song is the melody of the flute. His toenails are also many full moons, and they dance on the ground. Their song is like the jingling of his ankle bells. Krishna's face is like the enjoyer king. That full moon face makes his shark-shaped earrings and the lotus eyes dance. His eyebrows are like bows, and his eyes are like arrows. His ears are fixed on the string of that bow, and when his eyes spread to the ears, he pierces the hearts of the gopis. The dancing feature of Krishna surpasses all other full moons, and Krishna's beauty is distributed to everybody. Krishna has beautiful eyes, which are red, and they are like Cupid. And then Bhagwan says, if by devotional service one gets the results of pious activities and sees Lord Krishna's face, what can he relish with only two eyes? His greed and thirst goes on increasing to see Krishna more and more. The Creator says, let those who will see Krishna's beautiful face have two eyes, but the two eyes are so less. The devotees want millions and millions of eyes, because his form is Madhuram Madhuram Vapuriyasya Vibhor, Madhuram Madhuram Vadhanam Madhuram. Everything about Krishna is sweet. So two eyes are not enough. Let every pore become eyes, and let us enjoy this beauty through every pore. Krishna's body is a city of attractive features. The beauty of Krishna's smiles is the sweetest feature of all. And his slight smiling and fragrant illumination are compared to camphor, which enters the sweetness of his lips, and the sweetness is transformed and enters into space as vibrations from the holes of his flute. So when he's playing the flute, it is his sweetness that is going inside the flute and vibrating in the universe. And this vibration of the flute attracts everybody, including the Vaikuntha people in Vaikuntha planets. And the Lakshmis, they are serving the other Vishnus, but when they hear this flute, which is being played in Vrindavan, they leave their husbands and their mind is focused on Krishna's beautiful form. He went on speaking like that, and then suddenly Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came back to his consciousness, and then he said, I have spoken to you whatever Krishna wanted me to speak, and my mind is now bewildered completely in his opulence and the sweetness. He has caused you to hear all these things from me for your understanding, O Sanatan. Now, Amita Baula, I have become a madman. Anakahi te anakahi. I don't know what I'm talking right now. I'm totally, right now, completely possessed by Krishna's opulence. So I am just being carried away in that waves of those transcendental nectarian sweetness. So I will now remain silent. For Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then remained silent for a moment, and finally adjusting things within his mind, he again spoke to Sanatana Goswami. If anyone gets an opportunity to hear the sweetness of Krishna in this chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita, he will certainly be eligible to float in the transcendental blissful ocean of love of God. So that now we come to the end of this chapter. Praying at the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Sri Raghunatha, always desiring their mercy, I, Krishnadas, narrate Śrī Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. Thus we finish the 21st chapter. Tomorrow we are going to learn the 22nd chapter, which is the process of devotional service. May all your day and night be Chaitanya-may, Krishna-may, and Radha-may, and we'll see you tomorrow. Jai Shri Krishna, Radhe Radhe. Beautiful pictures. Thank you for sharing. Wow, so many transcendental beauties. Wow, thank you. All right, see you tomorrow then. Jai Shri Krishna, Radhe Radhe. Oh, that mirror